Okay. Oh, okay. Last week I made an appointment to go to the dental office, and it was called Bishara, Bishara, Bishara Dental, and for an X-ray was $35. When I got there for the X-ray of my appointment, the lady gave me a packet. The receptionist, she gave me a packet that looks like this. And as I began to read this, I didn't necessarily agree with the first little paragraph that they had for the acknowledgement and the authority. I didn't necessarily agree to that, and I didn't want to consent to that, so I put all rights reserved, X-rays only, and however I did sign at the bottom. And as you can see here, this is what it looks like. Here is another page. And this would be, so okay, I almost lost you there, but this would be page number 4. And here we have page number 5. As you can see, more just reading material to read, information rather to read. And here you go again. Just more information. Page number 6. This here is page number 8. Again, just a lot of information for somebody just want an X-ray. And then here you go here. A lot of information. That's page number 8. But because it was so much information, I left. But before I left, I did call the office because there was no one at the front desk when I got up to leave. And so when I got downstairs before I drove off, I called back to the office. I didn't get an answer. But shortly after, the receptionist did call me. I had left a message. And then shortly after, she did call back before I left the premises. Nevertheless, I told her this was a bit much information, a lot of information for me to read, and I wanted to get a thorough understanding of what I was reading before I signed it. So I asked her if I could reschedule so that I could read this information. And she said, sure, that was my right to do that. However, the next day, I scheduled an appointment for Wednesday. I believe that was on a Monday. And however, that Tuesday, I received a call back from her saying that they couldn't see me, that the doctor didn't want to see me in the office, or he refusing to service me or to see me in the office. And the reason being is because I left with their property, with this paperwork, their application. He said it belongs to the office. Well, I had specifically asked the lady if I could take it and read it and then reschedule, and she said yes to the receptionist. But nevertheless, I was refused service at this here dental office. That's what it looks like. That's the name of it, Bishara. But let's see if I can find it on this document so you can see. But yeah, I was refused service from this here dental office here. Here we go. The provider. Okay, so once I was refused service, a couple days later, I found it kind of ironic, strange, that I would receive a packet in the mail from the Supreme Court, from the office of the clerk, Supreme Court of Missouri. Look at this. I found it kind of strange that they would send me this because I've been in Houston now since October, and this is May. This is May 21st, and I've been here since October. And prior to me coming here, I was back in Las Vegas for about a year. But for the last 3-4 years, I've been fighting this battle in this case, and I have not received anything from the Supreme Court of Missouri for at least a year, maybe a year, a little bit over a year, or it could be a little less, but it's been a long time. Although I write them every day, although I send them emails looking for emergency intervention to investigate a sexual abuse of a minor child, telling them that I'm being held hostage. I need a medical emergency, medical attention, emergency money, the whole 9 yards. I write them every day with those kind of petitions, and yet they send me this back after I was denied dental service. Now, what's in this packet here? Again, here we go again from the Supreme Court. Let's make sure we get that. So they sent me this once I was denied service. They sent me a letter as though the dental company has sent them information, and this was for the 11th. Let me see, where did I see that date? It was up here. This for the 11th, though I did get it like on the 18th or something. Okay, it looked like fake Supreme Court paperwork. Yeah, it looks like fake paperwork, but here we go. The clerk of the Supreme Court, and as you can see, there's the date, and here's what it says. Miss Maya Hodges, apartment, 1730, woo, you don't see all that. But anyway, down here, dear Miss Hodges, the material you submitted do not comply with the rules for filing an action in this court. Therefore, they are being returned with this letter. The rules of the court prohibits the giving of individual legal advice or commencing on other legal matters. You should consult competent legal counsel. This will best ensure that all of your rights are protected. Very truly yours, Jeremiah J. Morgan. Okay, so this is the letter that came with that. Now these are some other paperwork that came with that in that package. This is supposed to be dental treatments that I have received from Abbey Dental in Las Vegas, Nevada. I find it strange that the Supreme Court would send me this days after I was denied a dental appointment. And one of the reasons I was going to a dental office because my civil matter is for someone illegally chipped me and put the security instrument in my tooth. The day I went to go have that my root canal done, I never went back for them to put the cap on it because so much has transpired since then. I didn't get a chance to go back. I began fighting this legal matter, and although they have took an impression of my tooth for that cap, I didn't have a chance to go back to get it put on. So, which left that metal piece or that security instrument exposed. Had I had went back, I would have never known. I would have never known because they hide those security instruments in your tooth. Under your in your tooth before they put the cap on there. And so here you can see. So again, I find this strange that the Supreme Court, Supreme Court of Missouri would send me my dental information after I was denied an x-ray. So this is their way of just trying to deceive me or to make it seem as though there's nothing here. But again, there is, because they put this little metal piece in here. This is some kind of, I'll get to the bottom of this, perioscaling root planning and whatever that is, local, whatever. And I'm not sure why the defendants would go through such when all they had to do was, I would have got out of this for free. I didn't want no problem. I just wanted my life back. I wanted this mess out of me, and they could have got me out of this for free. But it was so much more that I didn't anticipate since I've been gone and forced to be on the road for about almost 3 years. And upon my own discovery and investigation, I found out that one of the reasons these defendants had me secretly chipped was that they had black marketed me and selling me worldwide into slavery to other business owners and buyers and franchises worldwide, giving them this here device gives them 100% transparency into my most private life and intimate thoughts. Look at this. So something I thought was so minor in comparison ended up being this huge monster. These people have been marketing and selling me worldwide. They had been sold me into slavery worldwide for years. Look at here. So again, it's the timing of this here document. Now I remember months ago, I'm submitting emailing the same method that I always email all the other hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of letters every day that I get no response to. I remember emailing them a couple months ago for them to send, for Abbey Dental to send me. Abbey was supposed to send it. Abbey was supposed to send me a copy of everything that I requested in that discovery for document, that request for documents. So they were supposed to have sent me everything, and then they were supposed to send the Supreme Court of Missouri everything. But yet Abby did not send me anything. And this here is a fax copy here that the Sambo. This is a fax copy of the documents that I got back from the Supreme Court. It looks as though Abby emailed them some copies and they mailed it to me, but I don't understand when I specifically asked Abby to send me, and not just this application or this paperwork that I signed when I went there, and I'm going to have to finish reading this, when I signed on my first visit. But I asked them to send me like a anything they had, from x-rays to you name it. I asked for everything, and yet this is what I get days later after I was denied an x-ray, refused. The doctor just refused to service me at the Miss Harris Dental. One of the reasons I didn't go, because you guys have to be very careful at the dentist's office when you go, because there's so much hidden and trickery language in here. And when I went there, these people at the dentist's office in Las Vegas has already done me wrong. So I was trying to be extra careful, making sure that I'm not going to be wrong again. And I wanted to make sure I knew exactly what I was signing, because I didn't want to sign my life away. And I think this is a bit much information. 6, 7, 8 pages of literature stuff to read just for doing x-ray, like I'm signing my life away. And I wanted to make sure I'm already suing these people for fraudulent contract, deceptive and trickery language in contract. So I want to be very, very careful, because a person can sign their life away and not know it. But again, this is the dental. This here came from the Supreme Court of Missouri, and I just got it a few days ago, a couple days after I was denied the right to go and have an x-ray done at Miss Harris dental office here in Houston, Texas.